Have you ever thought we'd live in a time where three-letter agencies come to your address, to your door, and want to get information about maybe your social media, maybe some information that you posted, maybe a meme, just telling your First Amendment rights and being able to share that? Well, the public square is just for that. But now, if you're on the opposition, are you subject to an investigation? Are you the bad guy? Are you the one that's going to see those people come to your home? We all think that that can't happen, but it can. Today, let's talk about that and what's actually happening, and then what some of the steps that you should make sure that you're doing to be safe. Let's jump into it. Today's video starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to The Max. Thank you so very much for being here today. If you are new to the channel, go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up if you like this content. Share below some of the things that you could be thinking on this subject, because that helps us grow together to be more wiser, to have a better common sense approach to the crazy world that we live in. Now, I want to start off saying I am not a lawyer. Please understand that. I'm just telling you what we've tried to learn and I've tried to instill in my family. If you've noticed on social media, if you follow anyone on Twitter, again, if you're on Twitter, follow me on the Colby Mac at X or Twitter, please. That allows me to share a lot more with you throughout the day. I love sharing things on there, so please check me out there and follow me. But if you've noticed a lot of that on the public square, people share just about any and everything on a lot of these platforms. What's come to knowledge that Facebook and other social media companies are sharing their information with three-letter agencies. Those three-letter agencies are showing up at people's residence and asking them about the social media posts. Now, here's what they're doing. They're coming in common clothes. They're not coming fully blazed up in a SWAT uniform. In some cases, they have done that, but in most cases, they're coming in plain clothes. They want to act like they're your friend. They want to act like your buddy, just asking questions. Why do you feel this way? Kind of survey-ish kind of form. Now, be wary of this. You know, we were raised to think that that law enforcement was always our friend. They're always looking out for us. But I made a video just a few months ago. We talked about this, how, remember, law enforcement enforces the law that's on the books, but also enforces what government is telling them to enforce. Right now, we have a government and administration that is not, and they actually are almost more of a dictator in the way they're approaching certain things. We talked about J6. We talked about all that stuff. Especially if you're a supporter of 45, I think you're going to see more of this coming to your doorstep. Now, this is not for extreme right, extreme left. This is just literally for anyone who's posting some things online. This is some things that you never thought that your First Amendment rights would get you in trouble. So let's talk through a few things. If these people come to your door, because they can, and I've had this conversation with my wife, with my oldest son. If this takes place, there's a few things that I told them to do. Now, this is just me, my personal opinion. Please consult a lawyer if you want to. But I know I have gates, and they're all locked. I have several places to go that you can get in and out of my property for, of course, said reasons. However, all those are locked. There's no way someone could just come down my driveway. There has to be a reason. So therefore, first, they have to cross one threshold, which is my property. So that's one instance. They have to either get to my home. The only way they're going to get to my home is they literally break through those gates. So that's first. I want to make sure that I have trespassing signs up. And then if they're on my property, now they have come on my property, they better have a reason. Secondly, the door. In most states, your home is a part of you. It is your castle. It is your place. It is your property. So is your land, but now they've crossed over in the land. They are sitting at your front door. Two things that I've told my family. First of all, if they come to the door, if you choose to open it, that's up to you. I would make sure you see through the door what they're trying to see first and what they're trying to do, and explain the situation. If you open the door, you learn to go outside and you close the door behind you, or you don't let them cross the threshold. If you give them rights to come into your home, or you show motion that they can come in, like you're saying, hey, come on in, it's hot. If they're trying to find ways to get in your home, that's the first mistake you've made, because you've allowed them entrance into your home. They're looking, they can scan, they're getting access because you granted it. So those few little things of just, hey, them coming on your property is a problem. So you need to make sure you have trespassing signs, no entrance. If they come on your property, they may have said reason. If they come to your door, don't let them cross into your home, because now you're allowing them to have consent to your property in your home. So first of all, close the door, make sure that you are knowing what's going on here, and make sure that you are keeping the door closed, you're closing it behind you, or you are kind of speaking outside the door without them crossing the threshold. Now, two things are going to happen. They're either going to show you a warrant for something that they are needing, and then I would find out how they got that warrant. I'd say, again, not trying to not abide by the warrant, but I want to know how you got this warrant, please. And do you mind if I call my attorney to go through this? I'd ask those two questions: how they got it, and if they give me time to call my attorney. Also, if they don't have a warrant and they're just searching, because that's what's happening right now. They're not getting warrants right now because they have no reason other than your social media post, or other than something you've posted as a meme, something like that. So if they don't have a warrant, I would not allow them entrance. And to be honest with you, first thing I would do is, again, not let them cross the threshold. Secondly, don't talk to them. There's no reason. Just say, again, I'm sorry, I'm not here to help you. And you almost have to act like a tail wipe, because you have no reasoning to talk to them if they don't have a warrant for you. You know, they may try to be your friend. They may be trying to find information. Well, why are they at your house? If you're not a quote-unquote bad guy, why would you want to help them in any situation that you have no bearing over? So be very careful. There's no point in talking to them personally, especially three-letter agencies that you don't know. Maybe you have a friend at the sheriff's department, this local sheriff's department. Call them and say, hey, I have three-letter agency sitting in my door. Help me understand this, and maybe could you send someone out here to kind of be a liaison, because I don't know what they're doing, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I trust them. So you may want to call a sheriff friend or a deputy of the sheriff's force, of course your attorney, but then I would be videoing everything. We live in a world where we can't trust any situation, and it's he said, she said. Well, let's video. You know, everybody in social media, you see, they got their phone out, they're videoing. In this case, I would tell you to do the same thing. There's nothing better than having video evidence of what's taking place. You know what stopped a lot of these three-letter agencies from overruling and enforcing said, really breaking the law, is videoing it and then catching those three-letter agencies doing the wrong thing. But what happens is most Americans don't know, and so they just, hey, yeah, come in for a glass of tea, let's talk. And they want to try to be friends with them, and I understand that. We live and support the fact that they're the law enforcement, and we, of course, try to abide the law. But if you've done nothing wrong and they're at your door, there's a problem there, and you need to make sure that you're not going to be the one that's going to give them consent to come straight into your home because something you've posted online. Come on, people. So now we're videoing. We're not allowing them to cross the threshold. They're either going to present a warrant or not. And if they're not presenting a warrant, they're trying to find information of yours. That's when you've got to say, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I can't answer your questions. I'm sorry, my lawyer's not present. I'm sorry. Don't answer extra questions that they're not asking. Don't give them any extra information about you and your family than is necessary. Because what's happening is we are absolutely giving into this system, and we're going to allow them to use it against us. So video, learn to shut your mouth. Don't do any more than you have to. Don't disrespect. It has nothing to do with disrespect, but you ask them nicely, listen, this is my home. There's no reason for you to be here. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Please see your way out. And then make sure that you're videoing all this. Again, if they have a warrant, there's a problem there. How do they have the warrant, and what have you done? If you've done something wrong, then of course it is what it is. But if you've not done something wrong, you consult a lawyer, you consult a sheriff's deputy, or you find ways to say, can you just give me a minute and find out why this is taking place? It blows my mind that we're even making this video. But if you don't have those conversations with your family and you don't kind of heed this warning, this is going to happen more and more. And if they can intimidate you, if it be the ATF, if it be the FBI, whoever it may be, they can intimidate you, then you are losing your First Amendment rights. That's exactly what most of these people are wanting, because they are basically listening to their bureaucracies, they are listening to their higher ups, and ultimately the American people are the ones that are getting enforced against. The law-abiding Americans that are just posting things. Now again, I'm not saying you should be posting crazy things online, that's crazy. I mean, you could go to my Twitter, and I'm not embarrassed by any of the comments I've made or anything dealing with a meme and laughing and carry on. But we're seeing now where people are literally having FBI come to their door over this kind of stuff. So don't think it can't happen to you.